Tune in to this week's edition of Fairfield Focus. I'm going to visit with Colleen Edge, a 4-H'er from the 90s in Fairfield County. Check us out. We'll be right back. Smith with OSU Extension in Fairfield County, and it's fall in Fairfield County, which means a couple things are happening. The Fairfield County Fair, number one, that second week in October, and then before we get to October, we get into the country shop hop in the villages of Amanda, Stoutsville, and Tarlton, and I have Colleen Edge with me, former 4-H'er in Fairfield County.
Yeah.
Okay, and tell me, like, you tell me you've been on this planning committee for this shop hop.
Mm-hmm.
So help me understand a little bit about why, everybody's got a lot of 4-H projects getting ready for the fair.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to take a weekend in September when you ought to be washing pigs, grooming steers, and invite, I don't know, a couple hundred guests into your house.
Yep.
How does that happen?
I like to think of us as the kickoff to fall.
The kickoff
to fall.
Okay.
We're the before fall really gets here, and we have the best fair in all of the state. So we are the lead into that. So we are this year we have 14 businesses.
Wow.
It started. This is our third year. It started 3 years ago with 3 or 4 businesses.
Okay.
And last year, it exploded.
Yeah.
We are a group from Stoutsville, Amanda, and Tarlton, and we all have our own individual little businesses. And we thought, well, if we could get together and kind of set up a trail.
A trail.
Okay. That's how I like to think of it. If we could get together and almost help me help you. When I have people come to my house, I'm like, oh, did you get some beans last night at Sims Fall Festival? Did you get some pancakes this morning? So we kind of
you kind of heard all that going on.
Mm-hmm.
And you realized that everybody kind of wanted to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
So you decided as a committee, or as a
we
group.
didn't have a committee
You
at
didn't have
first.
a committee.
We didn't even have a committee.
So the brainstorming. Tell me how the brainstorming starts.
We kind of have gone into this as saying, okay, everything's a learning experience.
Okay, sure. Well, I mean, so here's the thing. You tell me, like, this is what freaks me out, is you tell me, look up on Facebook, the country shop hop.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't help saying back to you, where?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do I need to identify it with a town?
No.
Do I need to identify it with so that in itself is unique, because you know how social media is. You always have to tie it somewhere.
We are very fortunate. We as a society, I think Facebook is all knowing. So it kind of helps guide you based on where your location is. So if I'm in California, and I would search this, it's going to kind of direct me to things that are more local to there.
Local to you. Okay.
So with us being here, the country shop hop should be the first result.
Okay.
When you search on Facebook. If not, this little logo that's on here, the corn shock and the pumpkin, that's going to kind of be your indicator that, I found the right place.
Okay. Who designed the logo?
So Erin Davis is our graphics aficionado. She is tied in with the Petals and Possibilities, which is one of our stops.
It's the floral shop in town.
It's the floral shop in Amanda. So she has been the one we've gone to, and we love this year. But even that, it's changed so much even from last year.
Yeah.
It's kind of been this evolution process that we're like, okay, this worked. We want to do this again. This did not work, so we're going to change that.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. With any good event or whatever you're doing, you always have to look at it with that set of eyes as to what can I do to make it better?
Mm-hmm.
What can I do to make it better for our visitors?
Absolutely.
And what can I do to make it easier for ourselves?
Absolutely. Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah. So tell me this. We're like, let's say, almost a month away from the shop hop.
Exactly a month away.
Yeah, exactly a month away. So what's the energy like on the committee now?
We have a great committee. Let's start there.
Okay.
We have a group of, I believe it's 5 or 6 women, and we have just been like all in. We're like, we want this to be amazing. We're rallying people. It's also kind of the time of vacation, so some of us have been off, and
so now you're kind of getting back together.
We are, but we have great communication. You know, we're constantly open to new ideas. We work very well together. Like if one of them says, "Oh, let's try this," and somebody says, "I don't know if that's going to work," or you know, vice versa. We have just worked so well together and been very open to. We want it to be such a success for the community.
Yeah, and I didn't know until I got there last year. Like Garrett's old barn, it's like on a little mountainside.
I know.
You know, and there's all kinds of really funky stuff in there.
So cute.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. So there's stuff out there. But let me ask you this, because you know you've shared with us you were a former 4-H'er, and you were in the Sims's 4-H club. Does this collaborative working together, not one-upping each other, but just doing something to make your community better? Is that a 4-H lesson learned?
You're gonna start making me cry.
Is it a 4-H lesson learned?
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. I moved away for a while, and I have since moved back to our community, actually in my grandparents' house.
Oh wow!
So I'm literally living where I grew up, and it's, you know, working with Don and Judy and working in the community and meeting community members. I mean, it absolutely gives you all the feels, Connie.
Yeah, it gives you all the feels. Yeah,
it does. And just those lessons that, you know, you think are trivial when you're younger, you know, they really come back. And
well, don't you think though, as you get older, I find as I get older, I never want to forget where I came from.
Absolutely.
Because I always want to remember some of those great lessons, but I also want to remember the people that impacted me.
Absolutely.
And at the time, I didn't realize it, but they were impacting me to be a better version of myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and kind of living my best every day. You
and
know?
Things that you don't realize when you're younger.
Yeah.
That they come back and you're like, oh, that really, you know, my community is so important to who you are as a person.
Yeah.
And
I think so.
That's one of the reasons that, you know, we are so passionate about this project, because we love our community.
Yeah.
And we love Fairfield County. I wasn't kidding when we have the best fair in all of the states.
I think we do too. Absolutely. Yeah.
But you know, our community is just so important to us, and we really, yes, we're businesses, and yes, we are trying to bring business into our area.
Yeah.
But just giving back to the community and meeting those community members and making those friendships and connections, that's really what it's all about for us.
Well, hey, let's not forget the Country Shop Hop in the Amanda, Stoutsville, Tarlton area, September 20th, 21st. Colleen Edge will be there. And if you need more information, you know, check them out on Facebook, social media, and then come back and visit us in October, October the 9th through the 16th at that great Fairfield County Fair, 169th edition. You don't want to miss it.